Hi there, today I'm going to be taking a look at the BitFenix Colossus. This is BitFenix's very first product to the market, so it's quite a special one for them. It's a full tower case. It includes two different colours, so you can get it in white or black. I'm going to be taking a look at the white version today. And the big focus with this case is the expandability and the cable management, so what you can get in the case and how you can arrange it. Just take you through a few features before we go into the video. So at the top there, it tells you that there's a compartment, and that's called the BitFenix S3. So you can lock that compartment down, store anything that's valuable in there, like your iPhone, MP3 players, stuff like that. But inside there's little ports, so you've got access to USB 3, eSATA, stuff like that. But also there's a control panel on the top that you can change the fan speeds, change the colour of the LED on the sides and the front. So you got choice between blue and red. That's on the black and the white case. And yeah, there's just a big movement towards what you can get inside and how you can arrange it. There's a lot of cooling in there, some big fans, so we're going to be taking a look at that in the video. And so if you just stick around and we'll go through the tour. Taking a look at the front of the Colossus, then we've got the very futuristic style look to it. It's very rugged. Between each of these panels there's clear plastic which can illuminate either red or blue. And moving our way up the case there, we've got the BitFenix logo at the top. And this panel here actually acts as a door, so it'll open up, and there's a set of two hinges at the front and top. So opening that up, we've got access there to 5 5¼ bays, and then below that we've got, behind that mesh panel, a 230mm fan. So opening that compartment at the front there gives you access to the S3 compartment, which to access all you need to do is just open, turn the key, open the lid up, and there you've got access to reset buttons, power buttons, fan control which you can ramp up and down, light controls there. Over the far side we've got USB 2 port, headphone and microphone jack, another USB 2 port there, USB 3 ports, so we've got two of those, and behind here we've got eSATA. So this compartment is really useful for storing items which you want to lock away. If you're at a LAN party or an event, for example, put your phone in here, put your wallet in here, keys, anything like that, and all you need to do is put the control panel down, lock it, close it, and that's it. Moving to the rear of the Colossus, we've got at the very bottom an area there for mounting the power supply unit. Underneath there is a filter that you can remove and clean. Moving further up, we've got 8 expansion slots which allow for installation of graphics cards PCI Express. Now typically with all cases you would expect a fan included for the rear exhaust, but with the Colossus you don't actually get one, but you can install in there a 140mm. And further up at the very top of the case we've got 4 rubber grommets, so you can install water cooling kit. It's quite a big case this, so you can install all your water cooling kit inside, and these 4 rubber grommets can be used for the tubing. Removing the side panel is really easy. All you need to do is remove 2 thumb screws from either side. Once you've done that, the side panel just slides out, but straight away what you notice when you've got this in your hands is it is very heavy. BitFenix do not mention the overall weight of the Colossus on their website, but the sticker that the courier put on the box states that it's about 18 kilos, which is massive really, and these side panels constitute for an awful lot of that weight. If I just show you what's underneath, we've got a white sheet which is plastic, and that's held in by all these screws here. And then underneath that we've got a perspex sheet which holds the LEDs, and there's a cable running off that which is 2-pin, and that plugs into another cable which is coming off the front panel of the Colossus that hooks up to the button, and you also need to make sure that there's a Molex power connector hooked up to your power supply so you've got power. Now, just taking a quick overview of the case. It's very, very big. You'll notice it's very wide, very deep, so there's plenty of space for your big graphics cards. There's 6 rubber grommets here, so you can pop your cables in behind here. There's no problem with cable management. A lot of space between the tray and the other side panel. Big cutout for the CPU backplate there, which is good. Toolless design for installing your 3.5-inch hard drives. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and for the 5.25 bays, your optical stuff, you can. All you need to do is press the button, and that will fix that into place. Toolless design on the expansion slots as well for your graphics cards. Just a lever that moves forwards and backwards, locks it into place. Fan filters at the bottom for power supply. At the top you've got a massive fan there, and behind the hard drive rack, those are both 230mm, and those are controlled by the front panel which I showed you before. You can notch that up and down. Just thought I'd give you a bit of a closer look at the internals. Now there's 4 little struts there for your power supply to rest on. Moving up, there are the toolless levers for installing your graphics cards, PCI cards. Now, I mentioned before when I was looking at the outside that there's no included fan, but this, because it's so wide, the Colossus, you can install there a 140mm. And then we've got the CPU backplate there, so you can get access to the CPU cooler backplate, remove it without from the other side without moving the motherboard. And then at the top we've got the rubber grommets there from the inside. We've got a 230mm fan there, and that's got a 3-pin connector, so that will connect to your motherboard. Got the rubber grommets there for hiding your cables behind. So taking a bit of a closer look at the hard disk drive section, we have a system here that incorporates toolless design, so each of these frames you can install your hard disk drive into. As you can see though, I've already split this one, I've already broken it, and I didn't even put much pressure on it either. So the material here used is pretty cheap, it's very thin, nothing much to it really. Probably one of the downfalls of the Colossus is this this section here. Sliding that in, I mean, it just moves around, don't even slot into place. They just don't seem to be very secure, and if you put a bit of weight behind it, it just falls down. Imagine with a hard drive installed inside that, it's probably going to be quite unsecure, but we'll take a look at that after anyways. And then behind that is a 230mm fan, so just as the top mounted one is fan controlled too. And moving up, we'll just take a look at the 5.25 bay, which that also incorporates a toolless design. All you need to do is, in each of the drives that you've got installed, just press the button in and that's it basically. Okay, so I've just finished installing all the components inside the Colossus, and I can confirm it was very easy. Didn't take very long at all, and I'll take you in for a closer look just now. Okay, so first off I should really comment on the hard disk drive mounting. Earlier on in the video I did say that these frames here were quite flimsy, and they seem to move around in the cage quite a bit. But with this drive actually installed inside the frame, it's totally different now. If I just push that in, see, it doesn't move at all. It doesn't drop down into the next bay. it's actually quite rigid. So without the drives in there, they do fall, they do move about, but with the drive inside, it's actually quite secure. Moving on to the toolless expansion mechanism, it's very easy to install your graphics card. I've got a HD 5870 installed in here, and I'll just show you how easy it is. The lever's back, so that's open, and all you do is push it into place and it locks it. Holds it secure in place. I've already mentioned that this is an ATI HD 5870, and if you just check the distance on that, there's about 8 centimeters left on the end of that, so your bigger graphics cards like the 5970 will easily fit inside here. At the top of the Colossus there's loads of space. As you can see there, just coming through the rubber outlet there, I've put the EATX 12 volt just through. Usually what I need to do when installing this motherboard in a case, I have to go across the motherboard, but I've been able to thread it inside through the gap at the bottom there, to show you. Been able to loop that right through, round the back and up through the top, which is really good because it avoids having to go across the motherboard. But yeah, there's lots of space in and around the motherboard. With regards to the CPU cooler, I've got in here a Noctua NH-U12P, which is about 158 millimeters high. So between that there, you've got about 4 to 5 centimeters to the top of the cooler, the heat pipes, and the side panel. So I've finished installing all the components into the Colossus. I just want to show you the lighting system. So I've already got it powered up, and just open the front door, open the S3 compartment, and there's 2 buttons here for the lighting. If I just hit that. Now the first setting allows you to have a pulsating red glow, but if you want to make that permanent red, just hit that again and that just stays red. And then if you want to change the colour, just press the left one and that swaps to a blue colour if that's your preference. And then if you prefer not to have any colours at all, you can turn the LEDs off. So you've got plenty of options there for the lighting system. Right from the start I've been very impressed with the Colossus. It's BitFenix's first product, as I said at the beginning. So to bring to the market such a good case, it's a great achievement for them. The most significant of the features, I'd say, is probably the sheer amount of space and size within the case. You can fit an awful lot of kit inside the Colossus, and as you've seen, it's really easy to keep things tidy and to arrange things. Thanks very much for watching. If you've got any comments, please do post them, and there'll be a full review, a written review, at the bottom of this video. I'll put the link in. Thanks very much for watching, as I said, and stay tuned for some more reviews soon.